Ego can run the whole place. I love this woman.
Hi guys, welcome to PlannedPath podcast, your choice of for book reviews and crucial conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's episode is the last one in the month of July, and it's such a delight, such a pleasure to be with you guys. Such a pleasure. I'm so happy that we get to do this together every single Friday. Make sure you share with your friends, your family. Tell them that there is a podcast though, dedicated podcast, safe space where you can enjoy book reviews and crucial conversations from in the most exciting way. In the past few weeks, we've been talking about book review of The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives, and trust me, there are 4 wives in that book, and trust me, the episodes have been explosive. First episode, we spoke about Baba Segi in review. Then we discussed Iya Segi and Iya Tokpe. I've actually been doing this podcast with Precious Oka Ella. Precious is an English language graduate of Lagos State University, currently serving in Delta State, and our perspective has been mind-blowing. Shout out to Precious Oka. We love you so much. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for being a repeat guest, for coming over and over again. We appreciate you. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing this episode all alone, and you would enjoy it, trust me. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about Iyafemi and Bolanle in review. And sometimes when you, like I would always say, when you read a book, it just shows you where you are in life, and you understand, just brings out things in perspective, put things in perspective to you. So really, right, before I continue, actually, make sure that you're sharing PlannedPath podcast with your friends and your families. Tell them that there's a podcast though where you can do book reviews and crucial conversations. You have fun while listening to my sonorous voice and the voice of my guest, and then you just it's an opportunity for you to learn. You understand? Every time you come to this podcast, you always learn something. So make sure you share with your family and friends and listen to previous episodes. You understand? This is such a wonderful space that should go viral and continue to go viral and grow this platform. Okay, so the stories of we're talking about Iyafemi and Bolanle as we wrap up this series of episodes on the book review of Baba Segi, the book by Lola Shoneyin, The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives. As I always say, Lola Shoneyin is Wole Soyinka's daughter-in-law, and aside from that, she's such a brilliant author, and I love to read her. It felt like Baba Segi's household was not a fictional character by the time I finished reading it. Trust me, it felt so real. That has the power of Lola Shoneyin and by extension the Wole Soyinka family. Okay, so yes, please, let's go through this together. The stories of Iyafemi and Bolanle actually just tells us how different women navigate their lives as they respond to life. They say when life is lifing, when things are happening, these two women just show you how people can have the same problem and use different approaches. And like I would always say, don't judge people because you don't know where they are coming from. And very importantly, people just do the best they can do at the moment. You understand? Use the information they have to do the best they can do. You understand? And just try to make something meaningful out of life. So if you feel someone should have done better, maybe you tell them, pray for them. But trust me, nobody wishes to make terrible decisions with their lives. They did the best they could. Trust me, they did the very, very best they could. Trust me. Okay, so how do I start? Let me start with Iyafemi. Apparently, she's the third wife. First wife being Mama Segi, second wife being Mama Tokpe. If you want to listen to their own reviews, that's the previous episode, part 2 that we did. In this part 3, Iyafemi is actually someone that when she was growing up, her life was filled with sorrow and adversity, really, because she was maltreated, ill-treated by her uncle's family while she was growing up, because her parents died, you understand. And then Then this experience that she had, you understand, now made her to be somebody that she really truly thought that Baba Segi was the best thing that could ever happen to her. At least she was in a house, nobody was abusing her verbally, beating her up, and treating her. She had some kind of some form of what they call it she had some form of autonomy, kind of, at least better than her uncle's place. So she felt that Baba Segi's household was the best thing that could happen to her. And then this character, Mama Femi, she just did, that kind of like, when you hook something to your chest, she just hooked Baba Segi's household and hooked her position. And because she was the third wife, when she naturally came, it was a case of nobody will like her. I mean, first wife, second wife, third wife, who are you? So what she normally does is that she's actually a resilient person. Like, she's resilient because she's just made up her mind that this Baba Segi's marriage, and whatever it takes, whatever it takes, we're gonna make it work. It shows you that even when people have been through things, they can become very resilient and make something better out of their lives. You understand? Like, develop resilience in hard times. Although on the other side, you understand, she's also a very cunning person. She knows how to manipulate situations in her favor. And I'm going to give you one instance in the book. So there was supposed to be a party that they were supposed to all go to. I wonder how come it was Mama Femi they gave that thing to go and do. But I should guess that maybe Mama Segi was busy with her business, was not readily available. Mama Tokpe, she kind of slow in a way. You understand, that kind of stuff. So maybe they just all felt that Mama Femi will be able to, make the best deals with the tailor and all of that. But what she did was that she made sure that Mama Segi's clothes was an eyesore. Mama Tokpe's clothes was really bad. Our own clothes now came out really well, and then our children's clothes, and Bolanle's own was bad too as well. So she just always knows how to manipulate situations and all of that. So like one thing, I told somebody something over the weekend, right? I was like, sometimes when you listen to people, when you meet people, right, you need to hear their stories, you need to hear where they are coming from. And then when you see successful people, don't look at their results, you understand? Don't look at successful people's results, look at their habits, their lifestyle. Like, what do they do that produces this kind of result for them? That's what you should be really focusing on. And then when people are doing bad, or when they're even doing good, try and look at the motivations of people. Very, very important. Motivations of people will help you clarify a lot of things that are in your head. And when Mama Femi does this, you should know that our motivation is basically to secure a place in Baba Segi's house. So she just wants to be the one. You understand? And she's a pragmatic person. Like, she's practical. She's a how is it happening? She really doesn't have dreams. At least Mama Segi is someone that has dreams, hopes, aspirations. She wants to do business. This one is one day at a time. As the day go, we'll be sorting it out. I like that part of her though, that at least she just gets things done. But I don't like the part that she's very ruthless. She's a ruthless person, honestly. She's just very ruthless, and she's utterly manipulative, really. She the way Mama Femi is, right? So she's got sons that can also might have really helped her secure her place in her position in the house. She has sons, and which was a very good thing when you think about it. She has sons. Not in the African, you understand, in the African sense of things, you see this person has got sons, and know that kind of stuff, you understand. I already said that she's a survival instinct person. She just wants to be fine, she just wants to be good and all of that. And at this point, I want you to write in the comments what I think of Mama Femi. Do you think her survival instinct is good, or is it a bad thing? Because this is someone that has never let the world let her back down on the wall, no matter what's happening to her. So what do you think about Mama Femi's survival instincts? Please let me know in the comment section. Let's know, and let's go on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
pageant. Person no sophisticate. My taste palette. Wait, first, college jabo. Me, I got your back. I'm a chiropractor. Picture in my eyes. I was sorry capture. I'm a baby.
Welcome back. This is PlannedPath podcast, your choice for book reviews and crucial conversations. This is a book review of The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives, and by the way, there are 4 wives, so it's a very buzz book. You're welcome back to this episode. This is the last episode in this 3-part series. I've been doing this series with Precious Uka. Cheers to Precious. Thank you for always coming when we call you. We deeply appreciate you. Okay, so I was talking about Mama Femi, yes, in the household of Baba Segi, her character, how she is manipulative and all of that. And at this point, I'd like to tell you to make sure that you drop a comment, you like this video, and very importantly, share with your friends. Like, you can't be listening to something this good, this awesome, and not sharing. I want to also thank everyone that, just goes through the pain of sharing our conversations, our book reviews every single time. We see you, we appreciate you, we love you. And this podcast is available everywhere, trust me. Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, every podcast you can think of, Pocket Drop, everything is there. You can just type PlannedPath podcast on your browser. You'd also see it there as well. So yes, I was actually trying to tell you something. Yes, very importantly, this song is This Woman by Timmy Dalcolo. It features Fino, Fowles, and Cobams Asuko. Actually, very wonderful music. I'm in love with this song. Okay, so yes, we're going back to Bolanle. We're going to Bolanle really, and Bolanle's character is I think for me, I really found her character very fascinating because she was young, she was educated, and why was she doing with a polygamist? Like someone that went to school, I don't know. But when you look at Bolanle, you're like, what's up with this woman? Is she alright? What's she doing? Like, sis, wake up, man. But when you read her story, you find out that she was raped as a child. You understand? When she was younger, she was raped, and then this rape episode now made her past really traumatic. You understand? She was very emotionally scarred, and she was just looking for an opportunity to live with the house. So when she found Baba Segi, she just jumped at it. And it was also a situation of Baba Segi being an educated person, looking at his face like, who is he? So he was just so fascinated by the idea of marrying Bolanle, and he didn't check too much, he didn't talk too much, he just really wanted to marry Bolanle. And this is me saying, let me start this way with Bolanle, right? I would say, when marriage can never be an end in itself, and really nothing is an end in itself. Maybe just God. Actually, God is just, you are just following God for God. For me, you are not following God because you want to get something or all of that. So God is an end in itself. You are not seeking God to get something. It's just an end. So just love God and all of that. But every other thing in life, they are just means to an end and not end in itself. Like some people, they will be going to school, be doing PhD, doing everything as if education makes them feel good and more degrees make them feel good. But really, education is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end, to better your career, to get better jobs, you understand? It's just a means to achieving your goals. And that's how marriage is as well. Marriage would not satisfy anybody. Marriage will not make you feel better. Marriage will not solve your problems. Marriage is not an escape route, because the truth is that we've seen people over the years just say, let me just marry. Let's say maybe for financial relief. Let me just, my family is struggling. They just want to help their parents and they just marry. Please don't be a martyr. Don't just sacrifice yourself on the altar of whatever. Marriage is a means to an end and can never be an end in itself. See, that thing you are running from by trying to quickly get married, that thing will still meet you in front. That's the ironic thing about life. That thing you are running from, that thing you don't want to do, that thing you're supposed to do for yourself, marriage will not do it for you. It's not possible. So It's an encouragement to young ladies that marriage doesn't do anything to you. In fact, it just even amplifies you. The way pregnancy amplifies a lady, you understand. We'll talk about that on another episode. But for young ladies, let's all know that marriage doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't solve problems. It just amplifies you. If you're kind, it makes you kinder. If you are terrible, it makes you more terrible. If you are good with money, good financial management, it shows on the marriage, and the effects are better, the impacts are better. If you're a bad financial manager, it just shows in the marriage. So marriage doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't solve your personal problems that you have. So we should not resort to marriage. Marriage doesn't solve anything, as we saw with Bolanle. Marriage, in fact, she even now got herself into a situation where she now even, like, her problems were amplified in the marriage. Like, those things she was trying to run away from, like people didn't love her, her insecurities, her emotional trauma was now worse in marriage because there were other people in the equation to compete with, right? And I would also say something, like somebody always says, don't make a decision on marriage when you're not in a good place. In the midst of a financial problem, or you just need money, don't go and marry somebody. Try and be at your best self before you make a decision to marry somebody, because Bolanle just said, let me just marry her and go, and voila, see where she landed herself into. So that's that with marriage and all of that. I would also like to tell you also that that's why I love the work Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, headed by Missy Lola Shoneyin. That's why I love what that agency does, trust me, because they are providing care, support to rape victims, and also bringing rapists to book. Rape is such a terrible terrible thing. Rape is a terrible thing, really. And anybody that's been raped, in Lagos, please just refer them to Lagos DSV. If they're out of Lagos, help them get care and attention in their own state, really. Because really, what rape does? It just scars a person. It scars a person, really. A boy, a girl, even as an adult. Like, imagine someone making a move on you that you didn't call for the move. You don't know how scared you will be as an adult, not to talk of someone that was young. You understand? Rape is such a bad thing, and we should speak against rape, trust me, all the time. Rape is not something we should just act like it didn't happen. Like the way a lot of Yoruba people will say, boy, like we solve it at home. You solve nothing at home, man. Any kind of offense against a minor, you understand, is against the government, and we have to deal with it like officially. Nothing like we are going home to solve what. So Bolanle's, like, looking through the character of Bolanle in the book, right? Bolanle's education and her modern outlook made her a threat and an object of curiosity. I mean, they didn't just understand Bolanle. They couldn't just explain who she was, how she used to do her things, how she was kind to the kids. They didn't understand. And for me, if you don't understand something, doesn't mean that thing is bad. You understand? You don't understand something, seek to understand. Ask questions. Don't just do quantum leaps into conclusion and just say, according to Lade, don't just do quantum leaps into conclusion and just say that is how it is. It's not like that. If you don't understand something, seek to understand it. Seek to ask questions, because the fact that you don't understand something doesn't cancel that thing out. You understand? Remove that idea in your head that once you don't understand something, that's the end. That's not the end, my dear. There's still a lot to life, even with or without what you think. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, so they didn't understand Bolanle in the book. I mean, they were just utterly mean to you understand? Like putting pepper, like not giving her food in bad bowl, you understand, that kind of thing. And I liked her, so in a way she maintained her composure and things, like she would not eat in the house, and she just tried to do her life off the other wives and all of that. Then the Iyafemi that I discussed earlier was particularly hostile to her, because I mean, she was the wife that was married after before Bolanle, so she felt like a direct threat, because she was the last wife before Bolanle came in, and she didn't have what they call it. She was like, once Bolanle came with her education and everything, she won't have any form of leverage again in the house. You understand? And also, right, Bolanle, one of the things I really love about Bolanle is that in the midst of her fighting for what they call it, for searching and looking for herself, just finding herself in the marriage, there was something that she didn't do. She didn't conform. And see, this message is for everybody that is listening to this and that is listening to this right now. I will still listen to it later. This message is crucial for you. So the point is that the fact that everybody is doing something will never make you right. Will never make you right if that thing is not the absolute truth. If it's not right, it won't be right. How can the wives of Baba Segi, knowing that Baba Segi is impotent, like he's not fertile? Let's just say it's not fertile. He can't impregnate his wife. Then Mama Segi is now giving them plug to go and meet seller that will impregnate them, and they're all doing it. It doesn't mean it is right though. The fact that, I understand that, yes, sometimes majority is right, sometimes society is right, but know that it's not every time society is there. Society can be dead wrong. People can be wrong. Everybody is doing it. Everybody is sleeping with men for money. Everybody is doing freaky content. Like one of the things I decided in my life is that I would not do something because everybody's doing it. Everybody doing it doesn't mean it will be right. I mean, people started doing podcasts at some point. People started doing podcasts. People started doing content. You understand? And it was just freaky. I mean, it's sexual, ladies' bodies, guys ogling at ladies. And that was what was trending. Doesn't mean it is right. People like Lai just started doing another kind of content. It's so sarcastic, it's so intellectual. You can just flow with it. It's so clean. Maybe just one content that people have been complaining that just one content that Lai did all his career that wasn't clean as such. I don't even know what the content is, because the ones I've seen so far, they've all been clean. And the guy is doing awesome. Someone like Awa, you understand? People have just been doing content, everything. She wrote a comic book. And voila, she's doing well. She's using her brain. She's all covered up, you understand? The fact that ladies are wearing bikini, I don't know, to sell hair, doesn't mean it is right. Hawa Lawal. She's selling, she's doing a comic, everything. And she still even wears a scarf. She's properly dressed. So the fact that every other person is doing something doesn't mean it is right. I love Bolanle, the character of Bolanle in this book, because the fact that the other wives were doing that plug thing of going to meet another man to impregnate them, you understand, doesn't mean it was right. And she actually honestly didn't go with that, and thumbs up to her. I know I really like what Lola Shoneyin was trying to communicate by the character of Bolanle, that you can stand up with your head high and do it very well. And that is the note I would really like to end this book review, because I'm telling you today that whatever you're doing, that it is right, it's the correct thing to do, please keep doing it. Keep doing it, keep at it. Learn, innovate while at it at the same time. But just don't leave that thing you think it is right. It is right for you. Don't leave it because other people are going the other way. Just stay on your own lane, stay in your own lane. And it is beautiful to watch the growth of people that have been consistent in their ways, and they've actually not bowed to Baal. You understand? It's so beautiful to watch. So keep doing it. The fact that everybody, like I was saying something to my friends yesterday, actually, shout out to my friends, that we don't come on social media talking about our lives. Anyways, I was talking to my friends on social media. I saw on social media yesterday, we were together yesterday, and I was saying that it is so, I don't know what to say, that you see people that there are pictures of their living room, their bedroom, everywhere on the internet. So where do you have privacy in your life? I mean, it may be right for them, but for me, I don't gravitate towards it. It doesn't mean I'm better than them. It's just it's not my preference. I don't like it at all. Get a corner in your house with white background and be doing your content. You have to show the whole world. I mean, it's like my friend says, selling snippets of your life out to people for social media validation. You don't need it, trust me. You can stand on your own, and then you understand, and be fine. And just to put your mind at rest, Bolanle actually left Baba Segi's house because she actually found herself in that situation, and then she left. And that's very exciting to know, because if you made a terrible decision before now and you know better, like I always say, you didn't know better, but now that you know better, please do better. You know that this marriage is not something I should be doing. This relationship with that toxic person is not something you should be doing. It's not really right. But you are looking at 10 years, 6 years with this person, or even 1 year, 2 years. We have done introduction, and this relationship has gone my parents. So what? I mean, your past does not matter. Your future really, really matters. The fact that you made a bad decision marrying that person or being with that person doesn't mean you should still stay with the person. Bolanle in this book left the person, and trust me, I don't know, she's the character. I'm sure she's happier for that decision. Please don't hesitate to leave that relationship, leave that rapport that doesn't make sense. That even your nervous system, your body, soul, and spirit is telling you that more rubbish and you're still with that relationship. Please leave that character. But Alane really did well for that. Really, I really, really like to see that part of her. This book, The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's or The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives, is a really compelling book. It's thought-provoking. It talks about a lot of issues in our society, such as household dynamics, fertility issues, revelations and secrets, power and hierarchy, gender and society, identity and independence, cultural and societal commentary. It is a really nice to see Lola Shoneyin write this kind of book. You understand? It's not only just about family, really. It's a sharp commentary on Nigerian society, and it offers a compelling look at different themes in society. And it's so beautiful to see this episode finally come to an end. This is the third. Like I said, this is the third part in the series. So make sure that you listen to other episodes, episode 1 and 2. Talking about The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives by Lola Shoneyin, and I really enjoy doing this with you guys. Thank you so much, PlannedPathers. Happy end of July. See you next month with really, really lovely episode. Like, we've got a lot of nice stuff in stock for you. Like I always say, if you have a book you want us to review, send that book to PlannedPathC@gmail.com. PlannedPathC@gmail.com. Just send the book to us, and we'll really consider reviewing that book for you. And maybe you even be our guest, since it's your book that you sent to us. Yes. And this podcast is brought to you by PlannedPath Consult, your choice hub for teacher trainings, mental health trainings in schools, offices, homes, communities, your choice hub for PlannedPath podcasts, your choice hub for education conversations, your choice hub for everything that gotta be with education. We love you so much. We love you. Thank you for always staying tuned. Share this with your friends. Take care of yourself. See you next month. Bye. Enjoy this book. I said book. This what they call it. This music. This Woman by Timi Dakolo, featuring Fowls, Fino, and Kobams Asuko. I love music too. And make sure you are reading because it's cheap fun too.
Usually I don't. Halima pine like a queen Amina. She get a sense and better character. When I know they do is country. Well, like na sunki kamar abinci. Mungkin taba jikina. Say sauti kibani hanunki. Make we go aure. Sophisticated, no be the kauye. Zambaki mota, the duplex a Lagos. My girl, the pride of Arewa.
I forgot. So this is Black Giz talking, singing. Black Giz is also part of the song.
She's my happy place. My parents from heaven's gate. But when she roll her waist,